Hello everyone, here are the top 10 habits that kill your progress. Welcome to our channel, The Enchanted Luxury Studio, where we talk about wealth and luxury. Sometimes our worst enemy could be ourselves. Whether intentionally or subconsciously, there comes a time when we do things that are impeding our success instead of advancing it. You may fail to notice it, but you probably possess some habits that sabotage your ability to get things done, and that leads to a major step back in your productivity. Most of the time, this happens without you realizing it. Now, there is no better way to deal with such behaviors but to acknowledge their existence within you. Here are 10 habits that kill your progress. Number 1, you don't have a system in place. I'm sure there's something in your daily routine right now that could be accomplished in a better way if you can do it systematically. Taking calls and addressing emails, for example. Do you have a template for answering incoming phone calls and messages? How about when dealing with unopened emails? Do you do it systematically or randomly? You see, setting up a system doesn't have to be complicated. If you think you'll need the information for future reference, find a way to catch it easily so you can instantly check on it at a later date. You might decide to create a phone log in your calendar to keep track of who called you and when they called. For the emails, it's best to put a mark on the most important ones or have them organized by dates. When you create a system, make sure it's something that works easily for you to follow and suits your needs. By having a system, it will be easier for you to process and track incoming and existing tasks, no matter what your line of work is. Number 2, you're a perfectionist. Striving to produce a quality work is not a bad thing. However, a constant demand for perfection could be detrimental to your progress and could even affect your success. Here's the truth. Achieving utmost perfection is a myth many people fall for. People who have this habit tend to put too much effort into something that doesn't really require perfection. Is it really that important to perfect the first draft of your creative essay? How about those preliminary sketches of a new clothing ensemble? You have to be selective as to how you will extend and apply your energies towards your various activities. You should think carefully about when and where to use your discerning eye in the work. Number 3, you don't track your progress. How would you know that you're making progress if you fail to keep a record of it? When you accurately track where you got to, you will be able to recognize where you are currently. Tracking helps you stay focused on what's important to reaching your goals. It helps you identify potential obstacles or strategies and how to overcome them. By tracking your progress, you will see your improvement over the past period of time, and that could serve as your great motivator to continue what you're doing and keep working on yourself. Consider actually writing down and recording your progress from a project or task on which you've recently worked. Relying solely on your memory can be a bit risky. It's likely that you will forget it sooner or later. Number 4, you waste too much time on meetings. Meetings should never be about sitting down and wasting time. If you find yourself spending more time in meetings than dealing with the pending work you have on the table, then it might be a sign that your progress is too slow. Meetings are intended to bring people together for a common goal, whether it's about discussing new ideas, planning out for the future, or reviewing previous activities. But in most cases, meetings barely achieve something new. Oftentimes, some problems don't even require a meeting, and your presence wouldn't be that important, nor would it make a difference. So if you want to boost your productivity, minimize the number of hours you spend on meetings. Instead, consider other activities that add more value to your life. Number 5, you don't talk to people as often as you should. Taking some time for yourself to focus is one thing, but cutting yourself off from people to avoid distraction or be more disciplined is another. It is extremely rare for humans to be able to work well in isolation. Getting your ideas out to others and talking to them is likely beneficial to your way of thinking. Not only will you boost creativity, but you will give your noggin a rest from intense work. If you don't have friends you can discuss your ideas or goals with, consider finding a specialized group for your interests. Meetup is a great way to find niche groups of people on similar journeys in everything from training for a marathon, writing a book, or building a mobile app. If Meetup is not available in your area, consider finding a forum or starting your own blog. This could get you a preferable connection to the outside world as well. Go ahead and get your favorite beverage and popcorn. Subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Number 6, you worry too much about being productive. This may sound ironic, but being obsessed with being productive is a sure way to kill our own productivity. While it's necessary to make plans and track your progress as you work, constantly worrying whether you're being productive enough or not is not in any way healthy. In most cases, it does more harm than good. There's a time for planning and a time for action. Limit the amount of time you spend making plans for your work as well as researching new productivity techniques or skills. When it comes to boosting your productivity, sometimes you just need to stop worrying about how productive you are and start doing the work instead. Number 7, you're slow at making simple decisions. Making decisions on important affairs requires careful consideration and should not take an extreme length of time. The same logic doesn't apply when it comes to simple matters. There's no need for too much effort and waste of energy when you're choosing what pen to buy or what food you should have for dinner. Make it a habit to easily make up your mind on things that don't really matter in life that much. Avoid making things more complicated than they actually are. Whatever pen you're buying or whatever you had for supper wouldn't even matter in a week, month, or even a year, so why stress yourself about it? Number 8, you don't designate your time properly. Are you the kind of person who jumps on a conference call while having a vacation or responding to emails during a holiday evening? If so, then you've definitely got a problem when it comes to balancing your work and personal life. Without setting boundaries between work and fun, you drag yourself away from the rest that your body needs. Be mindful about your schedule and take a closer look at your working hours. If you find yourself working when you should be resting, then it's time to designate your time properly. You can do that by blocking out your work hours in your schedule and then blocking out your free time allotted to your personal affairs. You can really gain a better understanding on how to spend your time when you separate the two items into this black and white scenario. Number 9, you don't sleep as much as you need to. It might not be a good idea to dive into a big project or make a major decision before getting a good night's sleep. Science has proven that getting enough sleep helps your brain dispose of waste in exchange of healthy fragments significant to your thinking process. When you don't get enough sleep, a dramatic decrease in the quality of your work may occur and it can even blur your judgment. By contrast, getting enough sleep can keep your brain clear and healthy. Thus, things can be done and decisions can be made in an effective manner. Number 10, you are using an ineffective tool. Cutting food with a dull knife is as dangerous as trying to boost your productivity levels with the wrong tools. Now, this is not a battle between using a digital tool or the traditional pen and paper. This is a matter of which tool effectively helps you the best in getting things done. If the tool or system that you are using allows you to make constant progress and doesn't delay your work or make things harder for you every time, then that's a sign that you are using an effective tool. It may not be obvious, but having the right tool for your productivity is valuable to your success. If you're using a software application, make sure it's installed with updated programs and regularly review work systems and processes to make sure they are providing you with the help or information you need. There goes the list of top 10 habits that kill your progress. Comment below your thoughts about it. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching!